make it possible, and they can make it possible in a quick and fast fashion. Book today at idealu.us, and they're going to give you a free body composition analysis. That way you know exactly where you start, and you can set your goals. You're going to have a coach that is going to help you accomplish those goals on a daily basis. And when you sign up, they're going to give you $200 in free groceries to get you off and running. The best thing about the program is when that 40 days is done, you have reset the standard, you have reset your body, and you know what it is moving forward, how to keep the weight off. And the coach isn't going to just leave you by the wayside. They're going to continue to communicate with you to make sure that you are on your way to a new, healthy lifestyle. They've got locations in Sterling Heights, Livonia, and Ann Arbor. idealu.us is where you can find them. Results may vary based on physical health and adherence to the program. No weight loss or health guarantees are provided or implied.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook. In Oakland County, there's a new accident off to the left shoulder, southbound 75 right after Dixie Highway. We still have work zone slowdowns, 96 eastbound between Kensington and Kent Lake Road, and again between Bank Road connecting to eastbound 696. Presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. Download it today, and when you make your first deposit, Caesars will match it 100% up to $2,000, and you'll get a $100 gas card. Your app is ready, Emperor. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 or older. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman T.J. Lang and John Jansen. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Lalonde Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Earlier, I purposely did not predict the outcome of the Rangers-Hurricane Eastern Conference semifinals. Although it's pretty obvious what I'm hoping will happen, I'll never touch the money. Out west, the Battle of Alberta features high-scoring star power with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl sniping for Edmonton, and Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Tkachuk responding for Calgary. I like Calgary in 6. I'm Boomer Esiason.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done, and you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows it by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can save just by being you. DriveWise in the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback, and by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe just by being yourself. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today. Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other state driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Norfolk, Illinois.
Hi, I'm David Hall. Homeowners call Hall First to unlock the equity in their home with a cash-out refinance. Our speed and service is the very best, and our ability to close your loan in as little as 8 business days is unmatched. Let Michigan's most trusted mortgage company work for you. Call Hall First at 866-CALL-HALL, or you can chat with us online right now at callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 1467435.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses, so help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company, so you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month for 12 months with no active contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 6/22/22. Enrollment, per bill, and auto pay required. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Limit installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Security Edge available for additional charge. Most innovative face on American Business 2021 Gold Stadium Award.
Baseball is back, and Odyssey's stepping up to the plate.
Free in-market play-by-play for your city's team? Odyssey's got it.
Tips to help you make better bets.
We've got them.
right, $100,000. Just walk in anytime, get a precision haircut, and register to win 100 G's. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's in Wigan also.
Rock songs that will crank up the good times. Featuring songs from Van Halen, The White Stripes, Kid Rock, and more. Search for Tailgate Rock on the Odyssey app to listen.
Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the 5-Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Tony and
Troy Weaver will join us at 9 o'clock. I don't think he's as depressed as the fans of Greg Hargrave's friend. We're asking, what's the most depressing you've been over a sporting event? Because Greg's friend. Although he's very depressed. The Pistons fell to 5 last night. Tons of texts and calls. Get to the calls in a second. This was the nail in the coffin for the NBA for myself. I just won't watch the crap no more. It's WWF all over again.
What? That makes no sense.
No, you're trying to say that it was fixed, the lottery was fixed. Yeah, why would they want Orlando, Houston, Oklahoma City to be added? No.
Sacramento?
Yeah, exactly. That's okay. You can think that of maybe the Knicks.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, one of the major markets.
Yes. 2009 Stanley Cup Final. Oh yeah, that's one for a lot of people. Most depressing, either when JT was short or one of many Lions screw jobs, like the illegal batting versus Seattle, passing insurance versus the Cowboys, etc. Cry as a 10-year-old after the Lions lost to the Redskins in the NFC Championship. Never thought we would never get back. I was most depressed when Sidney Crosby scored the winning goal in the gold medal game against the U.S. in the Winter Olympics. I hate that cry game. That's from Larry. Game 7 Stanley Cup Final or the no call in the Saints-Rams game.
Saints fan, yeah.
I could barely eat for days after the JT was short game. Everyone remembers Bob's shot. Perhaps bigger was Chauncey dominating Game 6 than being in foul trouble right from the start of Game 7. Very questionable. Let's go to Edward in Wyandotte. You're on 97 on the ticket.
Hi, good morning. Mine was Tommy Hearns losing to Sugar Ray Leonard in their first fight. That was terrible. I was so depressed.
He was winning that fight too.
Yeah, well, and then Leonard knocked him through the ropes.
Right.
That kind of, that was just because he's so represented Detroit. He was just so, unbeatable, and then got out there and he got out. I hate to say that he got outsmarted. That's all it was. He just, kind of Manuel Stewart didn't have a great game plan, and it was just terrible. As a young person, my brother and I won't say we cried, but real close.
Yeah, I get that. People, love hitting around here. And you know what? He got screwed in the rematch. I mean, that was, called a draw, I believe, but he won. That was ridiculous. Let's talk to Jason in Detroit. You're a 97 on the ticket.
Morning, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I was upset last night when I heard about the number 5 pick as well. So it just keeps going. It goes along with Pistons and Lions getting screwed. But anyway, Stoney, what you said about the game 5 in 05.
Yeah.
I was upset. Not much so as that as losing Game 7 because Larry got out coached. And after Game 5, I still felt like we still had a chance to win it because that 05 team to me was better than the 04 team. And it felt like the run was coming to a close. The team was not that young, and we weren't fit for a real dynasty. So I felt like that was a lightning in the bottle, and it really would have solidified the 04 championship with a back-to-back win.
Why do you think he was out-coached that game? They had the lead early in the fourth quarter, and I remember, because I was there, and I remember Chauncey had this long pass to Antonio McDyess with the lead, and it was a stupid pass, got intercepted. They came down, scored a basket, and the game just changed from there. Rashid got in foul trouble.
They switched and put Tim Shine on Tim Duncan late in the fourth quarter. I don't know what that was all about. And it was like 2 or 3 minutes left, and they started making all these changes, and I didn't understand what that was all about.
I don't remember being that late. I remember Sheik getting in foul trouble. People saying, "Oh, just put Darko in. Just they like use fouls." Really? That's a good one. Here's some other ones on the ticket text. Michigan State Final Four loss to Texas Tech in 2019. I thought that was Izzo's second. Sure. Shane Victorino grand slam against the Tigers. The American League Championship Series game number 6. To me, it was a big Poppy's home run in game 2, I guess. But you still came out of Boston with a split, so you probably weren't feeling that bad. When they canceled the NCAA tournament due to COVID for the next season.
I get that one too.
Yeah,
for a lot of reasons.
I remember feeling that and feeling depressed, but I also feel like if they had tried to like push through the NCAA tournament and the conference tournaments that year, it almost would have been this joyless exercise, just waiting for when they would have to cancel it eventually.
Right. Here's an obvious one: Konstantinov crash. The Hive winning the cup. Budilov seeing one of our champions go down. Most depressed, Blake Griffin's first dunk after getting traded to the Nets. It showed that he still had it in him, but gave none of it in a Pistons uniform. I would
disagree with
towards the end, he might have malingered a little bit at the end, but he played his ass off here, trying to, especially the year they unfortunately made the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoff run, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Run to the playoffs.
Right.
And then playing games 3 and 4 here in Milwaukee to busted ass leg.
Yeah.
You gotta get. I give huge props.
So do I. And when Isaiah tore his Achilles, you knew he was done. It was just true. That was at the Palace. I believe it was against the Orlando Magic. My most depressing moment is realizing last night that the Pistons have only moved up in the lottery 6% of the time they've been in it. This is a great basketball town, but tanking to just get Keegan effing Murray, who has bust written all over him, is a wasted season and another marketing campaign.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be in the same position a third year in a row where you're thinking, well, we want to play the young players, we want to see improvement, but we want to lose in a fashionable way.
Yeah, that's not going to fly.
No.
But if they play well or a lot better and don't make the playoffs and get a bad lot of
No.
Brandon Warren, you're a 97 on the ticket.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Man, my most depressing moment is definitely a Piston moment. 2007 Eastern Conference Final, Game 5, when LeBron scored 26 straight points on the Pistons. We had no answer for him. That was depressing. Pistons had no business losing to LeBron that year, man. I was looking forward to the matchup with San Antonio in the finals. Chris Webber was on the team.
Yeah.
That was the game that we really missed Ben Wallace's presence. I mean, the LeBron was going to the lane.
Oh, it was a joke.
Everybody was crazy.
Yeah, like Jason Maxiel was in there trying to defend him. Nobody. It's like I was sitting there going, just foul him, send him to the line, and they just let him go through. Remember, you know what else about that game? People forget, Brandon. Antonio McDyess got kicked out of the game early in the game, and that really hurt them. And you mentioned Webber. Webber hit a big three. Webber played is probably one of his best games as a Piston that game. And
it went in double overtime. I remember that. He actually, as a matter of fact, he made the shot to go into the second overtime.
Number 84, Chris Webber.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, our telephone number 248-539-9797. He will not be there to defend his championship tomorrow. Is Phil Mickelson being unjustly punished? 97-1
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by U.S. Mattress. Luck not quite with the Pistons during the NBA lottery this year, falling 2 spots to number 5, which is where they'll select in next month's draft. And GM Troy Weaver says that's just fine.
We can pick 5 right there. We want to continue the process. But if we had to pick today, yes, I feel comfortable that we could pick someone that we were happy with this year.
Weaver says they're confident in their ability to develop young players and that the top half of the draft has a solid array of talent to pick from. The winning streak of the Tigers is over after falling in Tampa Bay 8-1, only able to put together 1 run on 7 hits and not able to add to their score with bases loaded and nobody out in the 8th inning. Bo Brisky had his roughest outing, giving up 6 runs on 9 hits in just over 5 innings of work. And Jamer Candelario had the only ribby with a solo shot in the 5th. Postseason scoreboard in the NBA, Jimmy Butler leading the Heat with 41 points. Tyler Hero had 18 off the bench. And a Game 1 win for Miami versus the Celtics, 118-107 to start the East Finals. Game 1's in the NHL second round. The Avalanche edged the Blues 3-2 in overtime. And the Lightning steal a game at Florida, beating the Panthers 4-1. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. The telephone number 248-539-9797. Give me a few more of the ticket text and we'll get into the Mickelson story. My most depressing moment was Michigan losing to Cordell Stewart in 94. 4th ranked at home, and I thought the game was done. And they had boasted early. Even now, thinking about it ruins my morning. Thanks. I was in the stands for Favre to Sharp. Still a little depressed about it to this day. Chris Webber's timeout still makes me cry. It shouldn't make you cry. Well, it was a horrible decision, but there was no guarantee.
They wasn't necessarily
a shot to win the game. And the other thing is, you got away with a travel anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like they were ahead, and that cost them the loss.
Tigers Twins game 163. Game 163. It still hurts. That's tied from Dearborn. I'm Brazilian, and mine was when Brazil lost to Germany 7-1 at home in the 2014 World Cup. That has got to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's the passion you have for
the passion, but also, we talked about the blowouts in basketball during the playoffs here, and we talked about a few of them in the NHL playoffs. 7-1 in soccer. That's a small job.
Now I have to check this out. 1991, Georgia State football finals, 5 quadruple A, 5 AA championship game. Quarterback Jimmy Powers, game-winning drive with no time on the clock, only to have the game-winning pass dropped in the end zone by a kid who went on to play in the NFL. You know what? Maybe I'm just thinking. I know he played baseball with or against Adam Everett, who played for the Tigers.
Yeah, QB Jimmy Powers. We'll have to. Maybe we'll have to have
Gov, you know any of this? Did you know the story?
No, you blow me away.
I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it's not. Huh? Who the hell knows?
I believe the division that you reference is pronounced.
It's like four A's there. All right, the PGA Championship is slated to begin tomorrow in Oklahoma, Southern Hills. Phil Mickelson is the defending champion after his unbelievable victory last year at age 50. Phil Mickelson is not going to be there. It's his own choice. Phil Mickelson, as you know, has been shunned by a lot of the golf world, a lot of the world in general, for comments that he made about the possibility of joining the Greg Norman Tour that is being funded by Saudi Arabian money, by the Saudis. And what people are pissed off about was an excerpt from a book, an interview, talking about the people in Saudi Arabia, the people who are running the tour. And this is what Mickelson was quoted as saying, quote, "They're scary mother effers to get involved with. They killed a Washington Post reporter and U.S. resident Khashoggi, have a horrible record on human rights. They execute people over there for being gay. Knowing all of this, why would I even consider it? Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reshape how the PGA Tour operates." And obviously, what are you talking about? Yeah. If you feel this way, keep it to yourself, number one. Number two, maybe one has nothing to do with the other. And just come on now. I mean, you're basically, because of what he said, he's justifying what they do over there and saying, you know what, I condone it, that's okay. That's basically what he said, but he still said, you know, but I don't care. I care more about the PGA Tour and how they're screwing people, which, whatever, you can argue that.
Yeah, I don't know all the ins and outs of that.
Most of the players don't agree with Phil. You know, Rory McIlroy called it selfish, ignorant, sad. There are others, Webb Simpson called it cancel culture. But he's not being, look, he's being canceled by some of his advertisers, but it's his choice. He's allowed to play in this thing. He just doesn't want to answer questions about it, I guess. Or maybe he realizes that he effed up so much, maybe he is, you know,
canceling himself.
Actually, maybe he's got, you know, issues that he's dealing with about this. I mean, he was, no matter, look, I think Phil's a big-ass phony, one I always have. But that said, he's one of the most popular players in the sport. And for him to just, you know, it's got to be tough for him, what he's going through right now. It's his own fault.
Well, it is. And there are a lot of different ways that you can say things. And there are a lot of things that you may think, but they don't have to be put into words. And he is dealing with the fact that he put this into words. Not only did he put it into words, but it's in print.
Yeah.
And so he had to know this was coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And was completely, I think, unprepared to deal with the fallout. Like, he didn't even see what he said.
Well, he did an apology, but his apology was not, it was a statement.
Right.
You know, he's never talked about it. We had, you know,
well, so that's the thing, is at some point, he's going to have to be in front of a microphone, and he's going to have to actually voice the words of either an apology, an explanation, both, and actually face what is going on, or do what he's doing, and that's just, hey, right off into the sunset, never to be heard from again.
Right, he'll be in the Golf Hall of Fame, whatever. Now, let's be fair here. As much as I think that was ridiculous what he said, and to actually do that. However, you know, the NBA has major ties in making a lot of money from China. China's human rights are not very good. There are a lot of taking away from sports. How many companies do business with China, with Saudi Arabia for oil, China for every product? I mean, I'm sure those the cargo pants that I'm wearing might be made in China. We all use products made in China. Our biggest companies all use things made in China. So if you're talking about where it's a business deal that Phil Mickelson is doing, how is that different than what a lot of other businesses are doing? And the answer to my question is because they don't say anything about it.
Well, they don't say anything about it. Plus, you also, I mean, you may not have, you know, in terms of the products we buy.
Right.
You do have some options, but you may not even be aware that what you're wearing, what you're driving, what you're using on a daily basis has those ties.
True.
See, he made his bed, okay? And he's laying in it right now, and it's not very nice at all. You know, I side with the Webb Simpson comments in terms of, you know, he prefers to live in a forgiveness culture, not a cancel culture. And Phil needs to own up to what he said. He does need to be heard from. I agree with all those things, but this guy shouldn't be blackballed forever. I actually think there's a chance he's still thinking about playing in it. And it has to do with his financial situation.
Yeah, it's true. That's a whole other, look, he's got a whole, you know, cornucopia of problems right now.
This is a laundry list.
Yes, no doubt about it. And look, he didn't do people any favors here in Detroit when he was here. After the, you know, the article by Robert Snell, the Detroit News, I'm never coming back here. And the petition people signed to bring him back to Detroit and things like that. He's had some stuff happen.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was the same book or whatever it is that's coming out, but it was the, $40 million in 4 years that he lost in terms of gambling on various activities. There is a long list, and we've kind of always accepted those from whether it's him or other superstars. And now this is one because of the human rights, because of the way that he stated it, that, all of these things, he actually states all of those different things and basically says, I don't care. I want it for the good of myself and, to reorganize the PGA. He just needs to come out and talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, let's be honest, okay? We're a little different on the political part of the spectrum. I think some of his stuff that he said is cancel culture-esque because he's against the norm and a lot of things that are not politically correct as it comes to COVID. He was, he said that maybe he drank a lot of coffee, so that prevented COVID. He also couldn't understand why he couldn't get herd immunity, all that kind of stuff, which obviously pissed the left off a little bit. He congratulated Elon Musk for grumbling about his $11 billion tax bill. So, there are some people probably don't like his political leanings. That probably has something to do with this. But the bottom line is when you sit there and say, well, I know they kill gay people because they're gay, I'm going to go play anyway. It rubs people the wrong way.
Well, and he names off, the journalist that was killed and all the different, human rights violations that and those are just the ones that we know about. After you say those things and you make that statement, whether he comes back and plays or not, he still needs to talk about it and face the music and answer questions.
Yeah. 248-539-9797. Ticket text and the telephone lines are open. Phil Mickelson is right about the Saudis. They're terrible people. The only reason America considers them somewhat an ally is for the oil. How is this different than Comrade LeBron exploiting communist Chinese child slave labor? We mentioned that. Look, the NBA, it's very hypocritical.
That's why, because of all the hypocrisies that we're virtually all part of.
Yes.
If you really look at, there are people out there that will not buy anything from China. Okay,
they're far and few between.
I know. So I'm not dismissing that, but I mean, I just don't. I think Phil obviously said the wrong thing, here and stuff. But he shouldn't be hung out to dry forever. But he's not doing himself any favor by not saying anything.
Right, and you know what? Buckle up and play. Yeah. You can. What do you do with golf?
Hello.
What up?
Not much, man. Just been talking to this lady on Churchill for the last half an hour.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Oh, God.
She upset that they're not doing it today?
No, she's like, I saw her, she backed her car out. So I'm like, okay, I should make sure that she knows that they're not. I'm like, hey, were you, she's like, well, yeah, kind of. She's like, I kind of reached out to Nick Hendrick and asked him, like, it's supposed to get rain tomorrow. He goes, oh, it's, it should be fine, if it's just a little sprinkle, this and that. She's like, we have some heavy stuff. And then I guess he, was like, okay, yeah, we'll push it back. And I guess Jacoboni had called her this morning saying that the pour was canceled for today. But just kind of just letting her vent to me.
Yeah, she loves to do that.
So trying to ease her problems as much as possible.
Yeah, I've got Marge had called about a DO job that I'd gone to a few weeks ago. She wanted me to go back out there. And
yeah.
She's gonna send me an email about it. It's out in Howell.
Gotcha.
But while I was waiting, I figured I'd come up and do a couple of these consumers jobs over on the west side before it started raining, but it's raining already. So see if the paint sticks.
Did you talk to Manny at all?
Not yet. I was gonna call him.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll see those as delivered and know.
Yeah, I'll call him just to make sure he knows it. Actually, drive all the way over.
Is it even on circuit? Because it was only like 5 or 6 jobs.
To tell you the truth, I don't know. I didn't even look. I just saw 2 of them over here on the west side. I figured I'd hit those.
Which ones did you get? Commerce?
Yeah, the 2 in Commerce. That's where I'm heading. I haven't got there yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm heading over to that Taylor one right now.
It's kind of on the way to Howell anyway.
Kind of makes sense with this lady though. She's a retired police, whatever.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She was talking about certain stuff, like talking about a commanding sergeant. So I'm like, oh, were you a police officer? She's like, yep. I'm like, oh, thank you for your service. She's like, oh, thank you.
You're such a suck up.
I mean, well, you just gotta know how to talk to customers. Like, even if I don't really care for the lady, like, there's no point in getting her riled up.
That's true. Oh, boy. How's it? Is it coming down there?
It's like sprinkling right now.
It's raining a little heavier here. It's still kind of sprinkling, but a little heavier.
I'm heading a little bit more west over to Taylor, so I'll see if it picks up a little bit.
It's supposed to be like this all day.
Yeah.
Kind of sprinkling and getting a little heavier, then getting lighter.
Just remember, these are an important 2 weeks for us.
Yeah, I saw that. More important than they were last year?
I don't know. It's probably important to his incentives or something. The way he gets paid now.
Yeah.
So now it's important.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, I don't know. At this point last year, we were still scouting like some backlog jobs, so we're at least caught up on that. They've all been scouted. They just got to get done.
Yeah. And who was that email to? Is that just the scouters or?
Which email?
Or the text, I mean.
It was that scouters one with all of us, Brett and Nick.
Yeah, what we could do. We're freaking keeping up with all their shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not the ones flooring. Like, all the backlog jobs are scouted. All the routine jobs we have are scouted. Like,
we're keeping up with them, even though they're freaking trying to make us not be able to. Freaking, I swear, every day, 4:30, it's like, bam, bam, bam.
Yep.
Can you go here? Can you go here? Can you go here? They need to stop having meetings in the afternoon, and then they all get back to their desks at 4:30. Start sending all this shit out.
I know. And then I texted Marge yesterday because I was going through some of Dylan's audits, and there was one on log cabin or whatever, and he passed it, said work not complete. So I looked it up. It was a pull hole job on the audit sheet. So I texted Marge. I'm like, are we putting pull hole jobs on the audit sheet now? She's like, oh, I swear I deleted those. I'm like, laughing out loud, no worries, I just wanted to check. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, you're good. I'm just, well, I mean, what? There's nothing to audit. Yeah, the poll's still there. We held it. Like,
yep.
So
why is it not done when he got there?
Well, I mean, it was just a pull hole job. It was because there was, when I told you that I scouted that one routine job or whatever on log cabin, you're like, oh, I think I was just over there for a pull.
Yeah.
It was a pull there. They had held the pull. They dug into that, so it was like a part of an 88 corner. So that hadn't been done yet, but obviously the work was done for the pull.
Oh, I gotcha. So there was concrete
So I think Dylan just didn't know what he was looking at. Like,
yeah, he thought it was a hard surface job.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like, you guys are just like, we don't need pull holes on there. Like, we don't need tree removals on there, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So you got anything else going on today?
No, I'm just gonna check on this. Probably do some audits. At some point, I'll probably go to the yard and grab those street, like the sidewalk closed signs, and then take those to the crews tomorrow. I'm gonna try and schedule DT walks for tomorrow for like that Grandma and Outer Drive. See if they're available.
Oh shit! I'm gonna do these two and then head to Howell. I'll just start on audits too, probably.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all we'll be able to do.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. I'm ready for a nap.
Me too.
Oh, shit.
I could have stayed in bed for another hour or two.
Yep.
I went to bed at regular time about 10:30. But man, when I got into bed, it felt really good.
I know.
But man, I should have came to bed an hour ago.
So my girlfriend, she showered, and then I was like, "Are you going to bed?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I think I'm gonna go lay down too." She's like, "Oh," she's like, "You're not gonna give me a buffer to fall asleep if I snore." I'm like, "Nope." She just hates it because like I can lay down as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'll be out.
Yeah, I'm the same way. My wife, she has to have the freaking TV on, which annoys the shit out
Yeah, I
of
mean,
me. But
I don't mind the TV on. I always fall asleep better with the TV. I feel like with the TV on too, but
I like everything dark. I go to sleep a lot faster.
yeah.
But I think that's why she leaves the TV on, so I don't fall asleep fast. Because then I'll start snoring.
Excuse me.
This one DO job I'm going to is like half a mile from my house. Or not DO
A DO job?
Not the consumer's job, I mean.
One of the consumers?
Yeah.
Should have started there.
Could be my new ring knock.
Your new ring neck.
Yeah.
It's rung neck.
Rung neck, that's it. I think I punched in even closer than that this morning. Plus, I was just about. I had 50 miles till empty, so I went straight to the yard.
Yeah. You got to fill up at the end of the day too. Shit, all the driving you're doing.
It'll be good till tomorrow sometime. I usually get a day and a half out of it. Do you still put your truck on so it doesn't shut off at lights?
Yeah, I always turn my auto start off.
I never do.
It annoys me when it doesn't.
I'm getting used to it, but yeah, it annoys me too.
But it's weird, it doesn't do it like all the time. Like sometimes I'll be at a light and stop and it doesn't do it, and other times I'll stop and it'll freaking do it.
Yeah, I have the same thing too, where I'll stop, it shuts off, but after like 30 seconds it starts back up again. When I'm still not moving. I'm thinking it's because like the air conditioner's on or something and it's using a lot of power. It'll drain the battery, so it kicks back on. That's probably why. Which one do you guys going to first?
Kelly Circle.
Okay. That'll work. And then we'll hit the other one and then head to Howell. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, this Howell customer's probably not going to be happy. This was a DO job that had concrete too. They drove on their driveway and there's a bunch of flags cracked.
Oh, jeez.
They're saying that they only cracked one of them. So I gotta go back up there and just mark the one flag and cross off all the other ones.
What's that? You're cutting in and out.
So I gotta go just mark the one flag and cross off all the other ones so that they don't take those out. And they're not gonna be happy because they were getting a whole new driveway. Now they're not.
No, no. Yeah.
Right there, if you're heading north, it's right there on the right-hand side, past that last house before you get to the empty lot. There's a driveway approach going on.
Okay.
Pulling that approach. It's right there. See it?
No, not yet. Getting closer. I'm just like, where's all these houses? It's just an open field. No, I see something coming up here.
Yeah, just past the last one.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Well, this soft surface is done.
Is there garbage laying around?
No, but he said to check at 26925. So let me see, where's that at here? Right across the street from me. Wonderful.
Why in the hell would that be?
What's that?
So why in the hell would our crews leave shit across the street?
I think he said he wanted, what did he say? There's some work across the street. He sent a scouter to the sidewalk right next to the entrance, had some work done, and there was a mess left, and I needed a scouter to go there to look at the concrete stamp to see if it was us or somebody else.
Yeah, I don't think that was us, 'cause I don't remember scouting anything across the street there.
Yeah. I'm still staying. I'll figure it out here. So this one looks like it's all cleaned up and good.
It sounds like
Just gotta find a way.
they're getting some of these scattered stuff done, which is good.
What's that?
So it sounds like they're getting a lot of this scattered stuff done.
Like the work or the audits?
The work.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd have a chance of getting all that scattered shit done. And there's 500 jobs there.
Yeah. Slow and steady.
Try to get it all done before June 1st.
looks, it's this right here.
What is it? Meter patch or?
It said it was right by the front door, but then there's an OCD truck there. Two guys just fucking sleeping in it.
Where at?
On North Line.
Dump truck?
Yeah, it looks like a soft surface or something, but yeah, like one of those dumps. There's definitely some sidewalk done over here. It's definitely not by the front door, though.
OCG?
What? I'm not sure. I haven't gotten out to check it yet. didn't switch away. Yeah. No, the cigarette.
That sucks. Well, was it our work or no?
I don't think so. There's no stamp in the concrete. There's a pile of concrete slurry in the grass, and they didn't backfill. But I mean, I don't see a job for this ad. Like, I even just like broke it down to just 269 North Line to see if any other jobs came up, and this is the only one. The one that was across the street, which is those two flags.
Yeah, I've never scouted over there. 385.